Hey guys, I wanted to show you some new features of the ChatGPT Canvas, which was released recently in the 12 days announcements. It's kind of cool. I don't want to talk about the quality of the content that ChatGPT is creating. A lot of opinions there. I personally prefer Claude, but I also saw some meanings and comments on social that Gemini 2 is much better. It will go back and forth between those large LLMs, but just wanted to show you what you can do. So to start, I'm going to click this icon, which is new. I can choose from a couple of different options, and I'm using Canvas. So I have a blog post that I want to write about. I did some coding with generative AI and I written down my findings and best practices, and I want to create a blog with it. So I'm going to say I want to create a blog based on my experience of coding with generative AI. Here is my raw input. Write a blog with me. Now what he will do is open the canvas and start writing a first draft, and then you can do a couple of pretty cool things. So I can imagine that if you have written a blog in another generative AI tool, you can polish it here. But let's take it step by step. So it's a little bit slow, perhaps it's busy, but it's creating a first draft right now. And on the right bottom you will see a cancel button, but it will transform into an edit button, and underneath it there are a couple of options that we get. And there's also a kind of hidden feature that is not listed underneath here, but I can use that one by giving it instructions in the chat panel on the left side. And that hidden feature is that you can ask it to review your content and to check for grammar errors or stuff like that and highlight those. And what it will do is create comment balloons like in Word with suggestions. So here's my first draft. As you can see, it has also added some design to highlight some of my example prompts, which is pretty cool. It gives an example of how you can style your blog post. I'm going to say now, check for any grammar issues and give improvement suggestions. And what it will do now, if I'm correct, is go through the whole content, and there we go, and it will add a right panel and highlight stuff that he thinks should be changed. So this is pretty cool. You can click on a balloon and choose apply to accept the suggestion. So let's do that. And then it will rewrite this part. Apply. Well, it was still working on something. Yeah, there we go. It has made the changes. That's cool. So this is, I guess, a powerful tool that they have added to make your content writing better and correct any grammar and spelling issues. Now back to this one. Here you will have the suggest edits, but I can do something like this. I can adjust the length. So I can make it shorter and shortest or longer and longest. So imagine you have a blog post that should be around 800 or 1,000 words because it's good for SEO. You can use this one to automatically let ChatGPT create more content. There's also something that's called a reading level. So here I can say, make it more easy to read for middle school or kindergarten, but it can also be for college or graduate school. So they have added different options to rewrite based on your target audience. I didn't try those yet, so I don't know what the output will be and the quality, but the fact that they have an option like this is pretty cool. Now they added also the emojis, which was already there, I guess, but there you can see that you can do it in some words. So let's say try this one out. It will probably add a couple of, there we go, emojis in your content. Well, if he continues like this, this is of course not readable anymore. So if my whole blog post will be full with those emojis, you can imagine how awful this will be. Well, there you go. Let's stop this one. That's not what we want. So perhaps for a social post this will work, but not for a blog post. But we have chosen for the words, so we should expect that one. I can also do it on sections. Let's try this one. So I hope that he will only add an emoji for headings, for example. Let's see what he's working on. There's the title. What I've seen so far is that those edits that you can make will take some time, which is not bad. Perhaps he's reasoning about it a little bit, but it takes some time. I still think there are too much, so it's kind of experimenting, I guess. Let's stop this one, but you get the idea what can be done. There's also another one that's called Add Final Polish. So if I make all kinds of corrections, I can click this one and it will do some final polishing, whatever that may be. But he is definitely doing something here and there. And for any Dutch viewers, and then in Dutch this is called puntjes op de i. It's a Dutch saying. And for some reason, he is adding the emojis again. So I'm not sure if this is part of the polishing. I have done another test and try out with the polish and I didn't get any emojis. So I'm not sure if he is continuing with that one, but we gave it the instructions to polish it. That's not what I expected. But anyway, this is the new and extended canvas with which you can do some improved editing of your content. And to some extent this will also work with coding for sure, but not those exact options, of course. But you get the idea, so I will definitely advise you to try it out and to check how this will improve or if this will improve your workflow in creating content.